You can't leave these two alone for 5 minutes. Look at this. I walk out here in the garden, going to check on things, and they riding in the house. How about we do a little garden walkthrough today, shall we? Let's see how Pop and Granny's garden's doing. You can see her bees over here, how they flying. Follow along with her antics, her and Pop's antics on Barbara's bees. Sometimes they be cooking stuff. This is her tomato patch. Put this weed barrier down so you ain't got to pull weeds. They put drip irrigation in it so we ain't got to pack water in here. And you can see proofs in the pudding. These are them San Marijanos. They grow in little clusters like grapes. See that? Ain't that pretty cool? Pretty cool. See the clusters? My little clusters of grapes. Let's see. All these marigolds smell so good in here. So good. There's a whole bed of them back here. Here's these Hungarian hearts. These are literally a heart-shaped tomato. I got my hands full, or I'd turn one around where you could see it good, the profile of it. Let's keep walking. I want you to look here with a big handful of rainbow shard, or no, it's ruby red. Ruby red shard. Look at the leaf. Just a whole stand of them. None of us had the heart to pull that poke salad plant out. We eat that stuff around here. Now this is the rainbow. It's kind of wilting back. Some of our greens is going to seed, and that's cool, man. That's cool. There it go to seed. There it goes to seed. See some herbs down here. Looks like some dill started right here. Yeah, that's dill. That is dill. Get that on your fingers. And man, I wish y'all could smell that. There's a shot of her chicken yard. There's the front of the Burtmobile. You don't see it from this angle very often. Her and Pop actually talking about getting out of the chickens. Talking about selling the Burtmobile and the netting, the chickens, everything. So, anyway, I don't know if they'll do that or not. They say stuff like that sometimes. Anyway, y'all have a good day. All right, guys, it's Tim back. This is some of the peppers. You can see the little bitty blooms forming. This is up on one of the raised beds. They've got all these raised beds. Some of this stuff's gone to seed. But show you this arch trellis right here. My dad put this in for my mom this year. These boxes are filled with composted goat manure. Thanks Dave and Cindy over at Sequest Farms. Big thumbs up. In the arch trellis, he planted cucumbers on one side. That's what this is over here. See these cucumbers, that funky shaped one there. All these little cucumbers. And then this Rampicini, I don't even know how to say the name of it. But this is some very tasty squash got growing. These are some of those blueberry, something other cherry tomatoes. And let's see here. These on around here. Let's see. Some bell pepper plants. You see that pepper down in. Well, I may be too close to it. Struggling to see it on my telephone screen, y'all. I'm out here outside in the sun. There's a couple of them down in there. Here's a couple of ripe ones. There's a ripe one there. It's ripening up nicely. And a couple in there nicely. More marigolds. He says he wished he planted more flowers for her. So this is her sweet corn. It's got tassels on it. People say honeybees don't work corn. I beg to differ. You can see them coming and going in and out of camera frame. It's kind of a poor quality. It ain't the best stuff in the world, but I tell you, during a dearth, you can see they're over here on it. You can almost hear them humming. So let's go back over here to the tomato patch again. She got basil. We planted basil in between all these tomato plants. Let's see here. I'm kind of scared to handle one because I don't want to break off a green one because we ain't had many red ripe ones yet. The basil's blooming. Look at that. Is that not gorgeous? Let's see what else we got back here. More marigolds down the border. Here's some more pepper plants. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this bell pepper. Now this was a seed earlier this season. And look at that, the size of that compared to my hand. Like, that's a nice bell pepper. This is a little pepper patch. Just walk down through the rows. You can kind of see what we got going. That's Bert Jr. over there hollering. My dad gave my neighbor didn't have a rooster. So he gave him that rooster right there. That's Dumplings. She keeps getting out and getting over in my hygge culture bed, my back to Eden bed, and her name's Dumplings. She just don't know it yet. Anyway, peppers. I got zucchini. Let me see, get down in here so you can see this. Now they just come through here and they had a couple baskets of stuff, so it's probably done been picked over pretty heavy. And they leave a little small. That's that golden zucchini. Very tasty, very tasty. That's what that is right there. They left the little ones. They'll be good size probably tomorrow. Look the size of that root coming out of the ground. That's a straight neck squash. I see it through the leaves right there, a little bitty one. Straight neck squash. Some more tomatoes. This is his okra patch. And what we do is we trim. I'm gonna do a little thing on a 1 minute tip on trimming up okra. But if you do it right, it forces all the nutrient up into the crown where it's gonna bloom. You see how the little okra is forming? That's a pruning technique that gets it to throw more okra. And of course, y'all don't get on me. That's either a zinnia or Cosmo, I can't remember. And then a wall of sunflowers. And that is Barbara's Bees Garden Walkthrough. Y'all look her up on Facebook and tell her what you think about her garden. Y'all have a blessed day, because I sure am.